Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day 3 of Lean Six Sigma Green Belt Certification Hackathon. All right, so before we go ahead with the next phases, let's do the recap. Let's recover the 86%. Okay, so yeah, good evening, good evening. So just type in the chat box whatever we have covered yesterday so that we can take it forward from there. All right, chalo. Randomly we can type in the chat box whatever we have covered. Yes, Oliye. Operational definition, very good. Minitab, very good. Superb. What else? Measurement system analysis, MSA, right? Gauge R&R, AAA. Very good. What else? Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. Superb. Yes. Is my voice loud and clear to you? Just give me a quick yes. Yeah, AIAG. Yeah, which is it's a US based body of AIAG. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. My voice is clear, right? My voice is clear, right? Just give me a yes. All right. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, there is an echo coming from there. No, from that. There is some right, yeah. Super. So yes, you keep on typing whatever we have covered. So MSA we have covered Gauge R&R, AAA, we have covered Minitab. In Minitab, what kinds of tools we have covered? Pareto, remember Pareto we have covered. We have covered time series plot, we have covered box plot, histogram, statistical analysis, graphical analysis. Then we covered stability, normality, capability, and SNC. Remember everybody's SNC, remember? Stability, normality, and then capability, correct? These three stages before we go for capability. Okay. So then what else? After that, we entered into analysis phase. So analysis phase, do you remember two doors, data door and process door? So process door is a lean door where time, speed related challenges are there. Then we go for process door. When we go for Six Sigma related challenges like customer complaint, defects, etc., rejection. Then we go for the data door where we go for fishbone, root cause analysis, and hypothesis testing, regression, all those stuff, right? Then after that, what we have seen, type in the chat box. Yes. No, we are just recapping. We are recovering 86%, David. Okay, what else? So in this hypothesis testing, what is hypothesis? It's a statement of assumption. So there are two types of null hypothesis, alternate hypothesis. Null is statement of equality, alternate is statement of difference, correct? Then we collect the data, put that data in the software. Software gives us the p-value. If the p is low, null go. If the p-value is lower than 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. Yes, everybody remember? And we have done 1 minute exercise of 2 sample t-test. Just give me yes in the chat box if you remember that. Yeah, everybody on the same page? Very good, very good. Super. Then after that, regression, correct? First, we understood 3 different types of correlation: positive, negative, and no correlation. Remember that? Right? So establishing relationship between 2 variables is called correlation. And then we discussed about regression. What is regression? Regression is, it is predicting the value of one variable with the help of another variable. That is called regression. So in regression, we have seen 3 changes, then correlation. What are the 3 changes? One is line of best fit, the red line, correct? Second is R square value, if you remember, 0 to 33%, 33 to 66, 66 to 66 above, right? So more stronger R square is better the number of the R square, right? R square is the strength of the relationship. How strong is the relationship? Then we have seen the regression equation, y is equal to a plus bx, where a is intercept and b is the slope. Remember that? And we have done exercise about it as well. So now let's move on to the next part of it, which is improve phase. Improve phase is after analysis phase comes the improve phase. The objective of improve phase is to generate ideas, and generate solution to basically eliminate the root causes which we have found out. Okay. Now, in this, there are various types of what you can say improve phase tools we are going to use. We are going to study, by the way. In lean, we have setup time reduction, VA and VA analysis, cellular processing, controlling WIP, which we call it as the Little's law. Okay. Then we have full system housekeeping, which is 5S mechanism, right? Technological improvements is automation kind of thing. So these are various lean tools. Basically, some of them we are going to study today. Okay. So let's begin with setup time reduction. Now, how many of you are from manufacturing background? Just type me in the chat box. How many of you are from manufacturing background? Or you're working, or you have worked in the past? Just type me in the chat box. Or you have fairly good amount of knowledge of it. Okay, just type me in the chat box quickly, everybody. Very good, very good. Okay. So quite a few people in manufacturing, if we consider, yeah. All right. Can you just type your industry, everybody? Your industry, current industry, so that I will get the pulse of the audience as well. So accordingly, I will, take this ahead. Type in the chat box, which is your industry. Textile, okay. Okay, you were in steel plant, all right. Pharma, travel, sales. Okay, you're from manufacturing. Yeah. Okay, why to say sorry, but okay, you missed out in answering the calls. That's what you're saying. Okay. Casting rollout. So you guys are manufacturing only. You can consider casting is manufacturing. Operations. Which industry operations, basically? Healthcare. Okay, healthcare sales. Very good. Operation is a function. Which industry? So it's like, pharma is the industry and HR is a function, right? Let's say you have FMCG is a industry, then operations or production or quality, they're the functions, right? So which industry? That is what. So setup time generally is used in manufacturing more, but it can be used in other industries as well. Okay. Okay, retail, BPO, education, training. Very good, very good. Super. Now, let's talk about why I asked this question, because see, lean tools generally have originated in manufacturing. So manufacturing people can connect with that very easily. That's what I just wanted to take the pulse. But doesn't matter. It is applicable in all the industry. That's what we say, right? Now, let's understand the setup time. What is setup time? I'll give you a very simple example. Okay. When we go to have, let's say, some juices, okay. So let's say after a very what do you say, a walk or a gym, generally we go to a juice center and have a fresh fruit juice, right? Let's say, imagine if this is a mixer. Okay, imagine this is a mixer, okay? Anyway, so you consider this is a mixer. It's a very bad drawing, I know that, but anyway. Okay, now in this mixer, there is apple juice being produced. Okay, right now all the other mixers are already being processed. So this is the only mixer they have, and now somebody comes and asks for orange juice. Okay, so apple juice is there being made, and the next order is for orange juice. Now what you need to do is you need to make certain changes in the utensil. Okay, in this entire thing. What kinds of changes we have to do? You have to basically, I'm just giving you examples. Okay, maybe you have to first clean. Okay, imagine you need to change the blade. Then you have to peel off the oranges. Sorry, peel off the oranges, right? Peeling off also has to happen. Correct? Then you have to blade change. That includes removing the current blade, fixing the new blade, alignment, everything. So cleaning, blade change, peeling off, all these are activities of setup time. It is also called as a change over time. I'll give you another example here. I'll give you another example. Let's say you are a biscuit manufacturer. Now, from A type of a biscuit, you want to go for a B type of a biscuit. So whatever is the process you need to do, that is called a changeover or a setup time. Now that changeover time is very, very unproductive because in that time, you are not producing anything which is value added. Are you understanding? Now the original idea came. Are you clear what I'm talking about? So whenever you want to switch over from product A to product B, then the time which it takes, that is called a changeover time or a setup time. Are you clear? Just give me yes in chat box. Clear hai? Just give me yes. Very good. Let's say now we have doctor in the room. So in the hospital, okay, if in the hospital operation theater, there is one surgery which has happened and now another surgery which is about to happen. So time between these two surgeries, the staff which is there, the nurses and the assistant doctor, etc. These people do certain changes, right? They change the scissors and the equipments and all those things, right? So that is called a changeover time. So we have to reduce as much as possible because we want to make it productive. Are you clear? So in your case, in your process, where do you have any opportunity of changeover? Just type that in the chat box quickly before I get into that. Just type in the chat box. Yes, very good. Maybe you can just briefly put that in the comment. Okay, looks like a car, isn't it? Ambassador car. Batch to batch product. Yes, very good. Very good. Last product to the first product. Very good. What else? Do you have that? If yes, just let me know. Now this got originated in automotive segment where even Ford struggled with it, General Motors struggled with it in the initial phase. So Toyota people took it as a challenge and engineer Shigo Shingo was appointed there to reduce the changeover. Now, what is changeover? Let's try to understand this. Now, in the automobile, okay, there are various different parts. Let's say, for example, this is a part. Okay, this is a part. This is another part. Correct? This is another part. Can you see here? Right? So this is another part. So there are various metal parts which are assembled in the automobile. Now, while making this part, they use something called, a die. A die is nothing. Let's say, for example, if this is the plate, which you have to make it like this. So how will you make it? So there will be a huge ram with hydraulic pressure that will be pressed against this and it will take this form. Okay. Now this process is basically, this is called a die. This equipment is called a die. Now changing this huge die is a huge work. Sometimes it used to take 24 to 48 hours to change one die, and that was a big pain for these organizations. That's why Shigo Shingo decided to go for setup time reduction, which is also called as SMED technique, which is single minute exchange of die. Single minute exchange of die. Now, what he basically did was, this is something which we are going to learn today. Okay. So what he did, he broke down all the activities in various parts. Okay. For example, let's take the same example of apple juice to orange juice changeover. Apple to orange. Okay. Now, initially, so what happens when the apple juice is being made? Okay. Between the changeover, what will happen? First is preparation. What is preparation? Preparation is nothing but, taking the oranges, washing them, peeling off them, cutting them to the, small pieces, removing those, whatever is there inside, which the seeds and all those stuff, right? So this is called a preparation. Okay. Then setup time. Setup meaning what? Let's say in that mixer, there is a blade which you need to remove. So you need to remove the old blade, put the new blade, and then you need to adjust it. Okay, these are what? The adjustments. And after that, you will put your orange pieces and crush those orange pieces and make a juice out of it. And then you will take a small test run. Once it is okay, the test is okay, then you will start producing orange juice in mass. Okay, so these are the major steps. Now understand this. What Shigo Shingo did, Shigo Shingo tried to, what you can say, distinguish this into two categories. One is called external activity and another called internal activity. What does that mean? It means the activities which requires machine to be stopped. Those are called internal activities. And the activities which can run parallelly when the machine is on, that those are called external activity. So activity which can be done outside of the machine where machine stoppage is not required, those are called external, and inside the machine are called internal. Okay, for example, let's say preparation. Now you have to tell me preparation karna hai, which means washing the oranges, peeling off. Okay, now apple juice is being made. Imagine apple juice is being made. Can you do this preparation parallelly, or do you have to stop the machine? Can you do this preparation parallelly? Can you wash the oranges? Can you peel off them? Can you take out the seed? While there is a, that the machine is rotating and making the apple juice. So you just have to just observe, right? You don't have any work. Can you do this preparation work? Just give me yes or no in the chat box. Everybody. Yes, correct. So we don't have to stop the machine for that. Correct. Without stopping, we can do this. We can wash the oranges, peel off. Machine chal raha hai baaju mein. It is on. Correct. So preparation is external activity. So I call it as E. Now let's say setup and adjustment. Now I have to change the blade of that mixer. Setup. So removing the old blade, putting the new blade, doing the alignment, fitting that, tightening that, all this thing is setup and adjustment. Can we do it, without stopping the machine? Can we do it? No. So that is called internal activity. It's called I. Okay. Now the test run. Understand this. So test run meaning you just take a small pieces, okay, inside this, and after that you have to, before you basically, now understand this. Before, so you take it in the glass, now you sip it and you check the test properly. Okay. Now in that time you can still start making the juice while you are testing from the, from the tester. Okay. You can still make the juice. You don't have to stop the machine. You just have to pour a little bit and you can still. So the test run generally takes 50% of the time, which should not be, actually should not be. So test run also can be done outside of the machine. Okay, so I'll write E. Now understand this. Wherever we are writing E, those have to be immediately done parallelly. So wherever external activity, so you can do it parallelly. Parallelly meaning when the machine is on, you can side by side, you can do these activities. Okay. When it comes to internal activities, okay, have you heard about time and motion study? Yes or no? Time and motion study. Have you heard about it? Just give me a quick yes. Right? Time and motion study. So in those kinds of study, we identify each and every small activity. How much time does it take? What kinds of value add, non-value add activities are there, and how much we can eliminate from there. Okay. So by reducing that, we can reduce the timeline of that activity. If you remember that day I gave that example of assembling the pen. How many of you remember that example of assembling the pen? Yes. Remember that assembling wala pen? So you lift the pen from the right hand, lift the pen from the left hand, and you assemble it. You insert it and rotate it to lock. So these are the four-step activity. Now, in time and motion study, we will see the opportunity that can we do it with both hands? Let's say, for example, lift the pen from the right hand, lift the cap from the left hand, insert and press fit. So by doing this, actually we are saving 50% of the time. Okay. So by doing these kinds of stuff, this internal activity timeline also can be reduced. So external activities are done parallel, and internal activities by doing these kinds of time and motion, etc., VA and V analysis, you can reduce that time further. Okay. So by doing these SMED technique, Shigo Shingo basically brought down 24 hours changeover time to around 9 minutes. That's what it's called, single minute exchange of time, single digit basically. It has brought down to single digit, and it was super successful. So this is the conceptual understanding of changeover reduction. Okay. Yeah. Is it NVA works and valid works time management? Yeah, you can say that. You can say that. VA, NVA is the same thing. Okay. Which the next point is that only value added, non-value added. Okay. Are you clear? The basic fundamental of setup time reduction. Main objective is to reduce the unproductive time between two product changeovers. Clear? Just give me yes. See, I'll tell you the biggest secret of improvement. Shall I tell you the biggest secret of improvement? Wherever you put focus, that will improve. Write this down. This is the final crux I've understood. There are so many tools available. Are you understanding? You just have to put the focus and that will start improving. Correct. Now AI is also is handy for us. So you just have to discuss these things. I will put the focus and you can improve that. You can bring that down. Okay, that timeline or the defect, etc., etc. Super. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. So let me just talk about the VA/NV analysis. Okay. Now there are three types of activity generally. One is value added. Another one is non-value added. And then there is third one, which is called business value add, BVA. Value added is customer is ready to pay for. Okay. Non-value added, for example, Teamwood, where customer is not ready to pay for. And business value added, it value added for the business, but not to the customer. This is for the customer, and this is for the business. Let me give you one more example over here. Okay. Now, you let's say you want to go to, let's say you are at Bangalore and you want to go to Delhi. Okay. Now, you pay for the air ticket. Let's say air ticket is 10,000 rupees. Okay. So you purchase air ticket. Why you purchase the 10,000 rupees air ticket? Because it is the fastest reliable way of reaching from Bangalore to Delhi. Okay, there is roadways, there is railways. Okay, but airways is the fastest reliable way to reach, within time. That's what you are ready to pay for it. That is called value added. Now you go to airport and that flight is delayed and you have to wait for 2 hours, 3 hours on the airport. That is waiting, right? W is for waiting. That is non-value added for you. So it is making losses because maybe your business deal is getting delayed. The client is not happy because of course it is not in your control. But again, understand this. What is business value added in this scenario? Business value added could be, for example, that what do you say that there is one activity happening which is fueling the plane. Okay, now fueling the plane, you may not be interested. You may not be separately pay for it, even though you have paid for the ticket. So in that fuel charge is also included. But that, let's say, time which is required to fuel the plane, which is required for the business, it may not be very critical for the customer. Another example I'll give. I'll give you another example. Let's say your machine, oiling, greasing, maintenance of the machine. Will customer pay? Let's understand this. Will customer pay for your maintenance of the machine? Type yes or no in the chat box. You have machines, and machines have to be, maintained, greased, oiled. Will customer pay for your grease, maintenance, etc. expenses? Will customer pay for it? Yes or no? No, right? And that is called. But is it important? But is it important to maintain the machine? Yes or no? Correct. Yes, everybody understands this. Everybody agrees this. It is important, but customer does not pay for it. So who pays for it is business, and that's called business value added. Are you clear? So our role in lean is to identify value added, business value added, non-value added. Okay, let me ask you another question. Training to the employees comes in value added, non-value added, business value added. Type in the chat box. Let's say Lean Six Sigma training for your company employees. Is it VA, NVA, or BVA? Type in the chat box. Very simple. Answer is very simple. See, ask the question, will your customer pay for Lean Six Sigma training? Let's say I come to your company and I'm charging 5 lakh rupees for the training and consulting and coaching. Will your customer pay 5 lakh rupees for the training, coaching, consulting? The answer is obviously no. When your customer is not paying for that, that is not value added for the customer, but it is value added for the business. That becomes the business value added. Clear, everybody? Distinction clear? Ask the question, will customer, let's say courier company, nowadays we purchase from online, correct? Now at the doorstep we receive our deliveries. Now the delivery comes from so many locations and warehouse, etc., etc. So there are so many mechanisms are involved, like vehicles involved. Now let's say logistic company, let's say Blue Dart or DHL kind of a company. Now will you pay for the maintenance of the truck as a customer? You will not. You will pay for your packet, whatever is being transited. That much of amount you will pay, which is value added for you. But you will not pay for the business value added. Clear? Okay. So now let's understand this. So let's say, how do we do that? First, we make the entire process. We make a map of the process. Okay. And then we mark the process activities which are non-value added with red color, like transportation, inventory, motion, waiting. All those things are, non-value added. So we mark them as red color and try to eliminate them. Now we cannot eliminate 100% of it, but how much we can eliminate, we should be able to eliminate it. Okay, and that is the role of VA in V analysis. Eliminate the non-value added activities. Are you clear? Now in the chat, give me one VA one BVA and one NVA activity in your process? Type in chat box quickly. You can write like this. Just a second. Okay, just write like this. Write VA, then NVA, and then BVA. Okay, just give me one example quickly. So that will give me the confidence that you guys have understood the concept. Yes. Yeah. One VA, one NVA, one BVA. I've given you several examples. Airline example, logistic example. See, this is what, as a Lean Six Sigma practitioner, you have to think. Yeah, NVA is waiting time. Yeah, so teamwood is complete. Teamwood is NVA. Filling and packaging is value added. Very good. What is BVA? Machine maintenance can be a BVA for you. Training your employees in Lean Six Sigma can be BVA for you. Quality checking. Okay, quality checking can be business value added. Very good. What else? Sending gift cards to the customer is value added. Non-value added can be you can say delay in delivery or waiting for the customer is non-value added. Providing personal development training for employee, that is business. Very good. On-time delivery, NVA rework. NVA is rework. Very good. BVA is compliances. Super. Super. Compliance is a fantastic example. Okay. So customer may not be, but as a business point of view, let's say, for example, you are a pharma company and there are FDA compliances. Now, the end customer who is consuming your tablets and syrups, those may not be even aware or may not be interested in your FDA compliances. Of course, the regulator body will be interested, but that is the business requirement for you to run the business. If any compliances is, you become non-compliant, then, the license can get cancelled, right? Inspection of the part manufacturing. Inspection of the part of manufacturing can be a BVA, is a business value added. Okay. And customer will not be interested in your inspection. You'll say that I will put 10 inspectors and put a strong, but your cost will go up. Customer will say, no, thank you very much. I'll go to the customer. I'll go to the competitor. Okay. Very good. So clear, everybody? VA, BVA, NVA. So here we identify that, try to eliminate NVAs. Okay. We cannot eliminate 100%, but try to minimize as much as possible. That's the point. Okay. Super. Now let's talk about WIP. Now this I had explained you a little while ago, if you remember, called Little's Law. How many of you remember Little's Law? I gave the ATM line number. ATM line number. Remember, there are 5 people on the ATM queue and you are the 6th person. How many of you remember that? If no, it's okay. All right. So let's understand this. WIP is work in progress, the inventory, right? More the WIP, more will be the lead time. So we are talking about the lead time reduction. Okay. Lead time is directly proportionate to the WIP. How? Simple example. Let's say there is a person sitting for, let's say, in a bank. Okay. And he is having already a lot of files on his table. Let's say 10 files are there and you come along with your file. Okay. And every file takes 10 minutes. So this person would take 100 minutes before that person can even entertain your file. So this is WIP. So more the WIP, more is the lead time, more waiting time. Yes or no? Very simple. Okay. So we have to, that's what lean says. You have to reduce your inventory, reduce your WIP. That's what one example I gave. If some of you can recollect it, okay? If you have to take some cash out of the ATM machine, you go to ATM machine and there are already 5 people in the queue. Okay. So Little's law, basically, let me explain Little's law. Little's law says the lead time is directly proportionate to WIP and inversely proportionate to completion rate. Example, there are 5 people in the room and the 6th person is you in the room, in the queue, sorry. And every person takes average 5 minutes. Tell me how much total lead time you will have. Type in the chat box. Every person takes 5 minutes to take out the cash. You are the 6th person. Total time required to take out the cash is for you. How much? 5 into 6, 30 minutes total. Out of which 25 minutes are the waiting time, which is non-value added, which is NVA, and 5 minutes is value added. Everybody with me? Clear hai? Everybody clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. ये समझ में आया? Simple. Yeah. Anybody does not understand, please let me know. Okay. Now the WIP is, this is WIP. 5 people in the queue is WIP. Work in progress. Correct? Now, next point, let's remove the WIP. Instead of 5, let's say there are only 2 people. So we are cutting down 3. Only 2 people in the queue. Now, how much time will it take for you? Sandeep, you didn't understand this? Very simple, no? Okay, let me explain once again. Forget about the Little's law. We are reducing the lead time. What is lead time? Time to complete that entire activity. Okay, time to complete that entire activity. Let's say you go to ATM and take out the cash from the ATM. This is the activity. Okay, or you go to a restaurant, you put the order and the order is served on your table. The time required, that is called turnaround time. Okay, so the lead time or turnaround time, we want to reduce it. Okay, so what can we do? According to Little's law, Little meaning it's a name of a professor. He is from MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Professor Little. And according to Professor Little, first you reduce your WIP level. If you want to reduce lead time, first reduce your WIP level. So I just gave this example of, if you go to ATM, there are already 5 people in the queue and you're the 6th person. So already 5 WIP is there, work in progress already 5. And every person takes 5 minutes to take out the cash. That is, I'm just presuming. Now, so every person will take 5 minutes. So 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and you are the 6th one. So when you will come, then it will take total 30 minutes for you to take out the cash. Are you clear here? यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया? Sandeep ji, clear hai? So it will take 30 minutes for you to take the cash out, correct? Yes. Now, according to Little, you reduce your WIP and that will reduce your time as well. So now we will cut down. In the second scenario, let's say you go to ATM and there are only 2 people in the queue. So we have reduced the cut down. We have cut down the WIP. So now when there are only 2 people and you are the 3rd person, it will only take 15 minutes for you to take out the cash. Yes or no? Are you clear, everybody with me? So just by reducing WIP, we have reduced the lead time. Now let's talk about the completion rate. Okay, clear hai? Now let's talk about the completion. This is 5 minutes. Can we work on the 5 minutes as well? Okay, now working on 5 minutes instead of reducing the WIP. So reduce the WIP plus, can we increase the ATM speed? Maybe we can, instead of 2G, 3G network, we can use 5G network or some automation in the machine. By doing that, let's say we are reducing the time to 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes now. Now every person can take out the cash within 2 minutes. Now there are only two people in the queue. You are the third person. With 2 minute time, you can take out the cash in 6 minutes. Yes or no? So even further dropping down. And this is what the Little's law is all about. So your lead time, just work on these through two areas. One is the WIP. Second is the time of completion or cycle time. Reduce the cycle time, reduce the WIP. Your lead time will drastically reduce. Clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. This is called the Little's law. Clear hai? Just give me yes. Done? Very good, Sandeep. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been now which one we have not understood? 30 minutes you have understood, Ramakrishna ji? Have you understood 30 minutes? 5 people in the queue? 5 people in the queue? Okay, have you understood this? 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 6 minutes? Just give me yes. How did we reduce it in the 3 steps? First it was 30 minutes, then 15 minutes, then it was no. Okay, let me explain you once again. You go to ATM. Now focus here. Focus. If you go to ATM and every person takes 5 minutes to take out the cash, and there are 5 people in the queue, and you are the 6th person. Okay, so 6 multiplied by 5, it will take 30 minutes for you to take out the cash. Yes? Just give me yes. Simple. Hello? Yeah. Now, what Professor Little says, he says first you work on WIP. First you reduce the WIP. Now, in this case, the WIP is 5 people in the queue. Work in progress, right? Instead of 5 people, now imagine we have cut down 3 people and now only there are 2 people in the queue. Now, when you are reducing WIP, the lead time now there are only 2 people before you and you are the third person. So it will take only 15 minutes for you to reduce to take out the cash. Yes or no? So by reducing WIP, your lead time is reduced. Yes. Just give me yes. Everybody. Ramakrishna ji, yes. Just give me yes. I'm just waiting. Not understood. Let me explain again. These 5 people out of 5, let's say if you remove 3, that is okay, right? So you have understood. Now, second part, what Little's law says is now you work on the completion rate. What is completion rate? Now, let's say ATM is taking 5 minutes to dispense one person's cash. Can we work on that completion part, completion rate? Okay, let's completion rate को simplify करते हैं cycle time. Cycle time is time taken to process one unit. Let's say that is called cycle time. If we can reduce cycle time, that also will reduce the lead time. Okay, how? Let's say ATM machine 5-minute dispensing, we have reduced to 2 minutes. If we do that, now for the 3 people, instead of 15, we can take the cash out in 6 minutes. So by working on WIP as well as the cycle time or completion rate, we can reduce the lead time drastically. This is the Little's law. Clear? Just give me yes. Okay, super. Thank you very much. So, yeah, everybody has heard about Pokayoke system. Have you heard about Pokayoke? How many of you know Pokayoke or heard Pokayoke? Just give me yes in the chat box. Pokayoke. Okay. So Pokayoke, I'll just share my, okay. Now, a lot of people would have heard this word called foolproof system. Let me just, when we go and purchase, the electronic items or something like that. Okay. You would have heard that salesperson talks about Don't worry, sir. It's a foolproof system. Have you heard this word called foolproof system? Foolproof. Have you heard that? Just type yes, Richard. Yes, सुना है सबने. फुल प्रूफ सिस्टम है. यस, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा. फुल प्रूफ है ये. Yes or no? Okay. Now this foolproof actually, the spelling is not Full. Actually, original spelling of foolproof system is this, which people don't know. It is FOOL proof. What does it mean? That means it is even a fool person also can operate, sir. So indirectly, the customer is considered as a fool. Even a fool also can operate without a problem. And that is called a foolproof system. And it was a derogatory message. So that's why instead of foolproof, nowadays they started using mistake proof. And this mistake proof is nothing but pokayoke. Pokayoke. Now, the pronunciation might be a little different in authentic Japanese language, but for our understanding, let's call it as pokayoke. Now, what is pokayoke? Let me give you a couple of examples so that you can correlate with that. Now, while entering into the lift or coming out of the lift, the doors don't get closed because there is a sensor mounted which senses the movement of the people, and that does not allow the doors to get closed and some accident to happen. Have you observed this simple thing? Just give me yes in the chat box. Very good. Everybody has seen this. Have you seen when you sit on your driving seat, but you did not, when you don't put your seat belt on, there is a dashboard sign signaling, which is that you are not wearing your seat belt. Correct? Another thing, you go to airport and you scan your QR code on the your entry card, right? Boarding pass. Now the gate opens like this, correct? If it does not scan properly, it will not open. So to avoid the unauthorized entries, it is also pokayoke. When you enter something, for example, when you are filling up a form, and by mistake you put your mobile number with 9 digits, immediately a red color message comes that 1 digit is missing. Yes, have you seen this? All these things are pokayoke cases. Okay, now, and this also was discovered originally by the same person, the same engineer named Shigo Shingo. Shigo Shingo was the one who basically started using pokayoke system, and management had given him, the what you can say, a target. Whatever modification, automation, whatever you want to do, small, medium size, make sure it should not exceed $50 cost. It was so effective. So Shigo Shingo designed a lot of mistake-proofing pokayoke systems, within $50 investment. Very, very, very economical and very effective. Okay. Can you just tell me one pokayoke apart from whatever I have mentioned? Type 1, which you have seen in your general day-to-day life, or superior brand, all food tin, 100 calories. Okay. Pen drive. Yes. So pen drive, you cannot put it, in a different way. You have to match the slot. Bike stand. Okay. Very good. Bike stand का समझ में आया. Bike stand का क्या exactly? Error in the system. Okay. If the bike stand is not taken off while driving the bike, it will give you the signal. Is it? So there is a sensor which senses whether the stand has come on the original position. I believe that is what you are mentioning. Okay. 100 calories. Okay. Bike stand will not. Okay. If the bike stand is, the stand is down, then the bike will not start. Okay, fantastic. All bikes, they have this kind of system. Charger stops charging automatically after reaches the highest limit. Very good. That's amazing, Pokayoke. Otherwise, all batteries would blast. Yeah, the latest ones, okay, has this kind of a bike wala system. Okay. I'm not a bike guy, so I'm very least amount of knowledge with bikes. Okay. Super, super. Okay. Cool, cool. API scan any angle with little QR code gets scanned. Very nice. Super. Automatic car starts only after door closes. All right. Very good. That's amazing. Nozzle pipe size is different. Yeah, the diesel and petrol nozzles pipe size. That's very true. Otherwise, the diesel engine will have a petrol inside and have a disaster. Water purifier ATM has identified a coin. Yes. Emergency door. Yes, emergency door also can be a even in metros, no? The door closing mechanism. That also has a Pokayoke system, right? Error in the ATM, correct. If you put a wrong code, it will give you an error. It will not accept it. It is also Pokayoke. So the whole idea is the errors, okay, are identified and immediately, what you can say, uh, errors are immediately identified, highlighted, stopped, so that it will not turn into defects and rejection in the future. Okay, or accidents or safety, quality complaints, whatever. So errors are detected. Even driving nowadays, if the driver's eyelids are closing for a longer duration of time, that will also be detected. Your dashboard will immediately give you the signal that your eyelids are getting closed. Okay, so other people in the car also will get what do you say, alerted that the driver is sleeping. Be aware. Okay, superb. So these are all called Pokayoke system that also can be used over there. Okay, now everybody knows Scamper, right? Scamper, remember? Everybody remember Scamper? Just give me a quick yes. सबको याद है स्कैम्पर? येलो बेल्ट में भी हम लोगों ने कवर किया था स्कैम्पर, करेक्ट? Very good. What is scamper? Scamper is substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to other use, eliminate, or rearrange. Okay, there are. So let me share my screen with scamper. Okay, look at this. So scamper is substitute. So it is a question like, what can we substitute? What can be combined to solve the problem? What can we adapt to solve the problem? What can we modify to solve the problem? Put to other use. Where can we use this and solve the problem? Okay. Eliminate. What can be eliminated to solve the problem? Or what can be reversed or what can be rearranged to solve the problem? So these trigger words are called scamper. It's a very powerful tool coming from design thinking. So design thinking is one of the very powerful tool, just like Lean Six Sigma. So it uses the scamper methodology. And we also have adopted that methodology from the, it's a brainstorming technique. Exactly. Very right. So it's very powerful brainstorming. It's a, see, in the traditional brainstorming is not very much direction with the direction. Okay. But this gives a very clear cut direction. Take one root cause and go through this entire scamper, substitute, combine, adapt, modify, and you will get amazing results. You will get amazing ideas. Nowadays, you can do this scamper along with the AI tool as well, along with the chat GPT as well. That will make it even more powerful. Okay. Now, once you generate ideas, okay, in the green belt level, we have covered the traditional brainstorming and scamper. Once you generate the ideas, then you have to reduce the ideas with the help of EB metrics. Let me explain you EB metrics, which is one of the very powerful tool. EB metrics. EB metrics stands for effort benefit metrics. Make a note of this. Effort benefit metrics. Okay. Now, what I have done basically, the traditional effort benefit matrix requires some rating to be given on the scale of 1 to 10. For example, what is effort? Imagine there is a solution. Okay. Effort and benefit. Okay. Let's try to understand this. The solution is, let's say, awareness training to your team members. Okay. Awareness thing. So I'm not writing, just understand this. Solution number one is awareness training to your team member for 15 minutes. 15-minute awareness to your team member. Now tell me, on the scale of 1 to 10, what will be the effort for this? Type in the chat box. Solution is awareness training to your team members. On the scale of 1 to 10, how much effort will it take? 1 is the very least effort, 10 is a very high effort. Type in the chat box, everybody. I repeat again, try to understand this. 15-minute awareness session for your team members. Is the effort very high for 15 minutes awareness session? See, what is effort very high? Let's say there is an automation of the process where 10 crore investment is required. That is effort, very high effort. Effort in implementing, understand this. See, 15-minute awareness session to your own team members by yourself is a very least effort activity. So I would rate it low. Okay. So now traditional effort benefit requires 1 to 10, 1 to 10 rating. But instead of that, I have converted into high and low. That's it. I have made it very simple. So I will give this effort as low. Okay, L. Now benefit. 15-minute awareness say, are we expecting tremendous change in the result? Can we get 15 minute में बहुत बड़ा change आने वाला है क्या? Yes, if we do it regularly for 15 minutes, yes. But for this, it may not be huge. So there is lower benefit we can expect. Okay. So low effort, low benefit. This is kind of a solution. Okay. Low effort, low benefit. Regularly, if you are doing consistently, then I would say effort also it will a little higher. Okay. Now, let's say there is second solution. There is second solution where effort is low, but benefit is high. Okay, example. What example? Maybe a small change in the process and it has given a huge impact, positive impact to your productivity or quality or whatever. So there is effort is less, but benefit is very high. Okay, there could be third solution where effort is high and benefit is also high. And there could be fourth type of solution where effort is high, but benefit is low. If you see, there will be either of these four types of solutions will come. Effort low, benefit low, effort low, benefit high, effort high, benefit high, and effort high, benefit low. Now, what we can do here is there is a matrix we can plot. And this is called effort benefit matrix. It looks like this, okay? Where efforts are, benefits are on the y-axis and efforts are on the x-axis, horizontal axis, okay? So the first type of solutions will fall here and they are called as just do it project, just do it solutions. Just do it is, Nike's tagline, very famous tagline, just do it. So they are very small efforts. So it is as good as just do it. Jaake directly implement kar do. That's it. Okay. Second type of solutions will fall here where low effort and high benefit. So they are called as must do it solution. Write this down. Must do it. Third kind of solutions are here, which is high effort and high benefit. these solutions will be escalated to the management for the approval. High effort, high benefit, because the effort is high. Let's say effort high meaning what? As I mentioned to you, complete process automation requires 10 crore investment. Now there is huge investment requirement, requires top management approval, etc. Correct? Board of director approval, etc. So it will go to the high effort category. Investment is also very high. Hierarchical approvals are very, very high. So it will go for high effort. But if that is implemented, then the benefits also will be very high. Okay. And the fourth category is very high effort, but low benefit. These kinds of solutions have to be eliminated. Okay. These solutions have to be eliminate. Okay. So just do it, must do it, escalate and eliminate. So these are the 4 types of solutions. Once you do this, then only focus on solution number 1 and 2. And if solution number 3 gets types of solutions get approved by the management, then you have to implement them. Okay. So just do it, must do it, escalate and eliminate. Are you clear? This is called effort benefit. So let's say you have 20, 25 solution, you can reduce down to 10 to 15 critical solutions so that can be implemented. Are you clear? Just type yes in the chat box. See, traditionally it has got on the scale of 1 to 10 and a little complex structure. I just made it very simple. Just give high or low rating, that's it. Okay, done. So once you finalize the solutions, okay, very good. Superb, superb. Now, once you finalize the solutions, then you make the action plan for implementation. What is that? Action plan for implementation. What is action plan? Action plan for implementation is every solution has to be, so let's say this is solution. Let's take a solution that, awareness training program example. Okay, awareness training. Okay. Now, every solution has to be broken down into activities. Now, in one solution, there would be multiple activities. For example, awareness training. First, content finalization. Second, schedule of the training program, right? Then, delivery of the training program. Who will deliver it? So against each and every activity, there will be accountable person. Now, for example, let's say content. Let's say Suresh is accountable for content, and by when Suresh can make this content, there will be target date of completion. Let's say Suresh will make it by 8th of November 2025. Okay. And then it will be reviewed in the status. Once it is completed, it will be written completed. Then scheduling. So who will make the schedule? Let's say Nilesh will make the schedule. I'm just giving you very. So after content is ready, then Nilesh by 10th of November will make the schedule of the training program. And let's say Ajay is a fantastic trainer. So Ajay will deliver the training program on, let's say, 15th of November. And so similarly, all the solutions which have been shortlisted, you have to break it down into activity. Every activity will have accountability person and the target date. Now, who will be these people? These people will be nothing but our project members. Are you understanding? In our define phase, we have made a team, right, of the stakeholders. So these people will have different roles of data collection, brainstorming, causes identification, solution identification, implementation. So their role is very, very crucial. And you have to identify, each and every, and your role is to monitor all these progress and activities. Are you clear? This is action plan of implementation in improve phase. Just type yes in the chat box if you have understood this. And see, you can do this for your routine everyday, day-to-day activities as well. This is not only project related. Every day also, whatever you want to work, break it down into activities, give the accountability. Okay, if it is you only, put your name, put a target date and timelines. Okay, and just check it regular. Okay, you can use this in your day-to-day activities as well. Clear? Implementation action plan is the final, what you can say? It's a final tool or final part in this improve phase. After that, we enter into the control phase. Okay. See, this action plan, the moment we start taking action, it will take a little bit of time to get the result. Understand this? Right? It is not like you implemented and immediately from the next day you will start reaping the benefits of it. No, it will not happen like that. It will take, again, it depends on what kinds of projects you are doing. So it will take few weeks to few months to see some surface level actions, surface level progress. Okay. So meanwhile, what we can do is we can start working on our control phase. Okay. The final phase in this entire thing is called control phase. The control phase is all about monitoring and controlling. Understand this. Control phase in the DMAC framework is all about monitoring. Now, what is monitoring? Remember, y is equal to function of x. In this, we have to monitor y and control x's. Right? Monitor y. What is y? Y is our output, total output, which is our project. That's what we call it as project Y. Remember, in our terminology, there is something called project Y. Why it is project Y? Because attrition, downtime, average handling time, or quality issues, customer complaint, these are our projects. So that's our output, which we will monitor whether it is going up or going down. Okay. And what is X? X are the input variables which we have identified in analyze phase, in Fishbone and RCA. These are the critical factors. Okay, so we have to basically put a very stringent control on X's to make sure our Y, improved Y, okay, remains there and does not fall back. This is very, very important phase. A lot of people do not give enough emphasis which is required. Okay, now look at this diagram. Now, if you are doing a project, let's say you are here and you have started doing a project and you have reached here. Okay. Now, at this point in time, there are two options. One, if you leave the project, it will go back again because the old habits of the people will not change immediately. They will tend to do the same mistake again and again. So you have to have very strong control phase mechanism. If you put that, this way also you can achieve. So improvement with sustenance and improvement without sustenance. These are the differences. And I have seen amazing projects falling down again because they were not sustained properly. The control mechanisms were very loose. Okay, this is very, very important. See, you remember yesterday I spoke about, I think day before, Bill Smith and Michael Harry. How many of you remember these two gentlemen? Just type me in the chat box. Remember, right? Bill Smith, father of Six Sigma. Always remember this, okay? And Michael Harry, Professor Michael Harry was a statistician. So Bill Smith was an engineer. Michael Harry was a statistician. He was into quality, okay? Both were working for Motorola. Now, Bill Smith started with a model called AI. So Bill Smith model was analyze the problem and improve upon it. But Michael Harry then added define and measure and control phase after AI. So define and measure before AI and control phase after AI. It was Michael Harris, this one. Plus white belt, green belt, yellow belt, all those belt structure was also Michael Harris, this thing. And then he started training people into various levels, and once he left Motorola, he started Six Sigma Academy in California. Okay. And he was giving lectures, sessions, training programs all across the world. And in the initial phase, I still remember he used to give answers. I personally have asked certain questions to him, and he has given the answers as well. Okay, on various forums. So Michael Harry, of course, he passed away, but their contribution remains amazingly important in this field. Okay, coming back to control phase. So in the control phase, what we do is the most important part. What we do is called as control plan. Okay, let me share with you a control plan, sample control plan here, which is shown here. Look at this. So let me quickly read out if it is not very much visible, if possible. Let me see. This is called a process control plan. Okay. So here, what basically, so this is the basic information you have to put about your project. What is the name of the process? Who is the owner of the process? Who is the customer? What is the city queue? We have learned all these things. Okay. Now, here, the process. If you remember, we have learned SIPOC, right? So in the SIPOC, whatever is the process column, so we can write all those process column. We can copy and paste over here. Okay. So each and every process step, what is the metric we are measuring? Whether it is input variable or an output variable, that if it is output variable, you have to write Y. If it is input variable, you have to write X. Let's take one example so that you can understand this. Okay. Let's say, which example? Let's say lead time. So our project is lead time reduction. So first process step is the overall lead time. It is the output measure, which is Y. Unit of measurement may be, let's say, in hours. Okay. Now, let's say the project was, okay, let's say project was, इसका भी लेते हैं, बाद में T का भी example लेते हैं. Okay. Let's say the project was to reduce the lead time from 10 hours to 4 hours. Let's say this is the project. Okay. Now, unit of measurement is hours. Who will record this? Okay, so the person who is going to record, let's say Suresh will record this. How often and where? You remember operational definitions are similar to that. We are, okay, so every shift. I'm just giving you example. Okay. Now, what type of chart we are going to use? Let's say we are going to use individual control chart, I chart. So yesterday we discussed about individuals control chart in stabilities. Okay. What to respond? Now, the moment the lead time reduces, lead time goes beyond beyond 4. Okay. So what to respond? If lead time LT goes beyond 4 hours. Okay. Who responds it? The HOD will respond. What will they do? They will call for a meeting and immediate root cause analysis or kappa analysis, corrective and preventive action analysis. Okay. And then the comment, whatever has been discussed in that meeting can be listed in the comment. Are you clear? Everybody with me? Just give me yes in the chat box. Yes? Very good. Let's take example of our yesterday's tea example. Okay. So remember boiling the water. Boiling water was the first process. Okay. What is the metric? Now, in this case, how much, what is the metric? Let's say water temperature is one of the X, right? So let's say it is X. What is unit of measurement? Degree centigrade. Who will record? Suresh will record. How often? Every batch. Whenever the tea batch will be made, every batch the temperature will be taken. Let's say individual chart will be used. What to respond? If the temperature is not within the range. Okay. Let's say the range is 70 to 90. If goes beyond, immediately you have to respond. If goes beyond, who will respond? Let's say Nilesh will respond. I'm just giving you a very raw example. Okay. What they will do? Immediately temperature correction and root cause analysis. Why the temperature variation happened and the comment. Clear? So this is how the entire, for each and every step you have to write down your process control plan. Clear hai? Just give me yes. Super, super. Now, what is now, we are going to, we'll take a quick break now. Okay. Once we are back, we are going to discuss about the control chart. There are various types of control charts we are going to discuss. Yesterday, we only spoke about eye chart, which is a very basic first level chart. There are other charts which are, discrete chart as well. And there are other continuous chart as well, which we are going to discuss. Okay. Yes. And then after that, I will explain you about the examination, what needs to be done. All right. Yes, I will answer all these questions, Mr. Krishna. How the examination will be there, who are qualified for the examination, what is the process you need to follow for the examination. Okay, I'll explain you. Once the content is done, then I will explain you that. Clear? So right now we will take a quick break. This is 8:20 in my watch right now. We will be back by 8:30 sharp. Okay, let's take a quick break and we'll be back by 8:30. And just make sure you have Minitab open with you. All right, once you are back. All right, till the time, enjoy your tea, coffee, take a quick bio break, and we'll be back at 8:30 sharp. Bye bye. All right, if you are back, please type I'm back in the chat quickly so that we can start our session. There are a couple of announcements I want to make, and then we will start our next part. Everybody just type I'm back in the chat quickly. We are going to learn some Minitab exercises, Minitab control charts. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Everybody, just can you quickly confirm that you are back on your seat and ready to start the session? All right. So before I start the recording, I have got a couple of announcements to be made. Why I'm not recording? Because the recording can be seen in the future as well. But these announcements are very, very important. Now tell me how many of you uh, have not yet upgraded to Master Black Belt? Just type me in the chat box. How many of you have not yet upgraded to Master Black Belt? Type me in the chat box. Everybody. Not yet upgraded. Huh? Super. Okay. So most of you have taken admission for green and a black belt combo, right? Correct. Now, there is a special announcement for the people who would like to upgrade. Now, Master Black Belt, the original plan in SNG is 20,000 plus GST. Okay. But for a very small time, right? Yeah, very good, very good. Super. So there were few few people who had taken the Diwali offer as well. So Diwali offer was also amazing offer. A lot of people took that offer. So right now, listen to me very carefully before we go. So I have got two announcements, very important announcement. Announcement number one is this. The original MBB prices is 19,999 plus GST. This is once if you are up to black, you have already paid up to black belt. Understand this. If you have paid up to black belt, this is the exclusive master black belt ka ye pricing hai. Now we have we are giving today for the very limited time period up to 12 p.m. today. What we are doing is we are reducing it to 999 plus GST and if you are paying before 12 p.m. today, we are absorbing the GST as well. So you just have to make the payment of 9,999 and upgrade. This is the golden opportunity for the people who missed out, earlier in the earlier, what you can say, opportunities. Okay, so I'm just sharing with you a link, which is just in your chat. This link would be there. If you are interested to upgrade yourself for Master Black Belt, then this is the link for the admission, which is 9,999 and 1,800 GST has been absorbed. So we will take care of. See, GST bharna padega humko, but that we will take care of. You don't have to worry about it. Till 12 p.m. today, if you want to avail this offer, this link is there. Are you clear about the offer? Just give me yes in the chat box. This is only applicable for the people who have taken admission for green belt and black belt already. Taken admission, not completed. You don't have to complete green belt and black belt to take the admission. You can take the admission. The process will go step by step, like green belt first, then black belt and master black belt. But these offers are limited time offers. Why we are giving these offers? Because we guys are giving you that a small gentle push so that you should go to the next level. Are you understanding? Yeah. And we would love you to invest in your own self. Correct? Anyways, expenses, we are spending a lot of money on other parts. We are variable monthly expenses. We discussed this, right? So we want you guys to invest in your own self, in your own career as well. And that's why we are bringing these beautiful, amazing offers so that, it becomes a little affordable for you. And again, credit card EMI is also available on this. Clear? Okay. If you're making the payment, please let me know in the chat. The payment is made and I will announce your name. I'll confirm that as well. Okay. Clear? Announcement number 1 is clear. Just give me yes in the chat box. Everybody clear about the announcement? Whether you take admission or not, but is it clear? Super clear. किसी को नहीं समझा है तो मुझे बताओ, ठीक है? You can ask me. Super. Yes, उसमें ही है. This includes master black belt, certification cost, training cost, everything includes. Okay. And once you become master black belt, you become automatically a lifetime member of SNG. Okay. So this is also included into that. So make sure that you become the lifetime member of SNG and, enjoy the journey with each other. Okay. Now, then the second announcement is this Saturday, which is, what is the date? It's 8th. Okay. We will not be having the live session on Saturday, but instead we will have Friday evening live session. Okay, listen to me very carefully because Saturday there is a program which is getting clashed with our timing. Okay, that's what this small adjustments we have done. So what we are going to do is Friday is tomorrow, right? So tomorrow there will be 2 programs, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is our green belt, black belt session would be there. And the program of 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. will be for consultant business launch program. Okay. This is exclusively for the consultant business people from 8 to 9. So our regular session, which happens on Saturday, 7:30 p.m. will happen tomorrow at 7 to 8 p.m. Are you clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. Deveji, you don't have to pay anything now because you have already made the payment, right? Have you already made 19,999? Then you don't have to pay anything now. This is only for the green belt and the black belt. If you have taken admission for green belt and the black belt, which is most of the time, which is 10,000 plus GST, around 12,000 you can consider. Okay. For them, this is the opportunity, golden opportunity. Okay. Rather than paying 19,999 plus GST, you just pay 9,999. One time GST also is included into that till 12 p.m. today. Okay. So take this opportunity with both hands. Okay. Coming back to second announcement, right? Consultant Business Launch Connect is also for us. Yes. Now, we keep the sessions open for everybody. Why? Because, even master black belt session, green belt session, so that you guys can understand what is happening, not only in Lean Six Sigma, but in the business as well, in the market, in the training facilities as well. What exactly happens? So to give you the holistic picture. So only what does not get you is the recordings. Okay, live programs you can attend, but the recordings will exclusively be given to the business consulting launch program people. Are you clear the difference? Yes. Otherwise, green belt, black belt, the live sessions are open for everybody. We are giving the link to everybody. It is completely open. Okay, clear? Because we want to give you the information, the knowledge, etc. Okay. Along with that, business consulting launch program gets some exclusive, one-on-one sessions and the discussions, etc. But that's a different ballgame altogether. Clear? So Saturday, we will not have the live session. Friday, instead of that, we will have the session tomorrow. You will receive the link and the email regarding that by tomorrow morning. Okay, you will receive everything. Clear? Both the announcements clear? Just give me yes in the chat box quickly so that we can move forward. Clear है दोनों भी? हाँ, इसी लिंक में है आपके लिए. मैं जस्ट फिर से लिंक डाल देता हूं. इसी लिंक में डाल. I need to check. I don't know whether वो है कि नहीं वो बैंक. एक बार चेक कर लीजिए. Okay? Done? Very good. Super. Yeah, so this, yes, this will be applicable. This link is active. This what you can say option offer is active till 12 p.m. today. Okay, I would request you guys, suggest you guys, please absorb this, because SNG's prices are unmatchable in India. Nobody in India can match SNG's pricing. Okay, yes. All these are updated up in WhatsApp also. See, what is happening. So right now, WhatsApp, earlier we used to send. Now understand this, we have almost 10,000 students. Okay. So WhatsApp, what was that? Broadcasting, WhatsApp broadcasting earlier was a free service. Okay. But recently, couple of months ago, they have made it a paid service now. For every message, you have to pay something around 1.2 rupees, something like that. So for one message, we have to, spend 12,000 rupees. Are you understanding? So that's the reason we have shifted our communication from WhatsApp to community tab and emails. Now, emails sometimes you would be receiving in promotion folder, in spam folder, or in inbox. Just check that. Whatever registered email ID you have, you would be receiving in promotion or spam folder. Okay. And see, forget about email, forget about WhatsApp. You go to community tab. Okay, community tab. Everybody knows community tab, where it is. Let me share with you quickly. मैं बताता हूँ. See, if you see, can you see this community tab here? This is the community tab. Once you click on the community tab, after login, once you click on community tab, you will see all the live session detail updates. Yes, so this is the community tab. See, all courses where you go, right, to access your courses and the content, just go to community tab. You can access the blogs as well. There are a lot of blogs available to read. Okay, there are a lot of statistical blogs I have written in the past. You can read them as well. Okay, this is a community tab. Just go to community tab to check the latest updates. Okay, see, generally Monday and Saturday timing does not change. Only in a very special scenario we change the timing and we update it. Okay, so Monday 7:30 or Saturday 7:30, just come to community tab, click on the link and enter into the topic. That's it. It's very simple model. Clear everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. Clear hai ye? Just give me yes. Very good. Okay, चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. So let me share my whiteboard. Yeah, congratulations sir जी, आपका पेमेंट हो चुका है. हाँ, yes. My team gave me the confirmation. You will receive the confirmation by after the session is over. Okay, we will upgrade you to the master black belt wala. Okay, chalo, let me just quickly. Okay, anybody who is making the payment, please let me know so that I can confirm your name itself in the live session. Okay, super. So coming back to the control phase. Okay, one thing is the recording is missing. So let me record now. Just a second. Very good. So, okay, welcome back to the control phase. Now, in the control phase, we have seen different types of control charts. So, you can just make a note of this. When it comes to continuous data, we have I chart. Write this down: X bar R chart and X bar S chart. What is that? I will explain you. Plus, just write this down. And when you have discrete data, then there are 4 different types. Just make a table like this, what I'm making right now. First, we will make the table and then I will explain it. Okay. Yeah. Constant sample size. Okay. And variable sample size. Variable sample size. Okay. If it is defect, and it is defective. So if it is defect, then C chart. If it is defective, it is U chart. If it is defective, then we'll go for NP chart and P chart. Now, do we have to remember all these things? The answer is absolutely no. You can refer to this table anytime, whenever required. That's it. Okay. You can take a screenshot of this or just draw the table on in your notes. Okay. Yeah. Once you're done, just type done in the chat box so that I will explain you. So these are various types of control charts. Okay. In the control phase, we are discussing about control charts. Okay. So this is different types of control charts. In your this one, in your curriculum also, there is a tree diagram shown. Okay. It's the same thing, whether it is a table or a T diagram. Once it is drawn, please let me know. I'm just waiting for the other people confirmation. Ajit. Who is Mahesh, who is trying but payment failed? Mahesh, who is Mahesh? Okay, taken screenshot now. Just give me a second, okay? Very good. Done. So, just try to understand this. When it is continuous data, the first chart which we have already seen yesterday is I chart. Okay. The remaining part is X bar R and X bar S chart. Now, where do we find X bar R chart and X bar S chart? Let me explain you that. Okay. So the first one is who is PSG Honate at Yahoo. आपका भी payment fail हो गया. Anyway, coming back to, let me share the same file with you. And from the file, we will understand it, okay? फिर से मैं file की तरफ जाता हूं. And I'm just giving you a Minitab file. This is the same file which we have given the chocolate weight wala file. Remember that? This is the same file. Can you quickly open the file, please? Meanwhile, I will also open the file. Once you open the file, let me know open. Very good. Very good. Yes, done. So it's the same file. Meanwhile, as you're opening the file, just have a look at the same data, chocolate weight. Okay. You remember we discussed about the first I chart. What is I chart? Stat, control chart, individual chart, individual. Okay. मैं इस कल का ही फिर से एक बार repeat कर रहा हूं. Okay. And then we selected chocolate weight, say okay. And this was the chart made. Everybody remember this? Yeah, this is, I'm just doing the yesterday's one. Till the time it is opening, I'm just showing you the yesterday's wala thing. Remember yesterday हम लोगों ने देखा था ये? Just give me a quick yes. Yes, very good. Okay, opened everybody. Now let me explain you what is X bar R and X bar S. Now, what is X bar, by the way? What is X bar? X bar is mean, average, remember? And what is R? R is range. Try to understand this. And what is X bar S? X bar meaning mean and S meaning standard deviation. So these are two different charts are there. First is X bar R, second is X bar S. X bar R meaning mean range chart. So one chart shows the mean of the data point. Second chart shows the range of the data point. I'll explain you so that you will understand. Okay. Now, when do we use X bar R chart? When the sample size is less than 10. And when your sample size is more than or equal to, okay, it should be more than, not less than. Okay. So when your sample size is more than or equal to 10, then you go for X bar S. Now focus here. Everybody has focus for 1 minute. Okay. Look at this sample column, C2 column. Okay. You remember yesterday I spoke about there is a conveyor. Okay, let's say this is a conveyor and there are chocolates coming in and you are the quality person. Okay. Now, if you are taking one chocolate and checking the weight, that will go to eye chart, individual chart. Remember this. But instead, if you are taking 10 chocolates at a time, that is called a group of samples or subgroup sample. Are you clear the difference? If you're taking only one chocolate, that is individual chocolate. If you're taking group of chocolates, that is called group of samples. Are you clear? Just give me yes. Now, when you are taking group of samples, then you will go for X bar R chart or X bar S chart. If you are taking individual sample, then you will go for eye chart, which we already see. ये समझ में आ गया difference? Just give me yes. If it is clear to you. Clear है? Now, if you are taking more than 10 samples, less than 10 samples, go for X bar R. If you are taking more than 10 samples, go for X bar S. That's it. Clear? Now, what is X bar? Let's come to this point. Okay? मैं फिर से भेजता हूं फाइल. Actually, it's the same file, Sadaranji. The same file you can open. Yesterday wala file. Okay? Yesterday wala file, which is the chocolate weight wala file. The same file. Okay? Now, coming back to, yes, same product. Okay? Now, coming back to chocolate weights, let's say this person is taking 10 chocolates. So 10 sample hai. Okay? Now, why I have taken 10? So X bar R or X bar S, dono bhi kar sakte, let's say 10 ke liye. Okay? So right now, for example, what is X bar? If we add these chocolate weights, 1, 2, 3, 4. So pehla 10 chocolates, you know, sample 1 tak yahan pe. This is sample number 1. So if I take average of this and let me call X bar 1 or X1 bar, I would say. First sample ka average. Okay. Then the range. What is range, by the way? What is range? Remember, maximum minus minimum is equal to range. How many of you remember that? Just give me yes in the chat box. Maximum minus minimum. So here, let's say maximum. What is the maximum value? Let me find out maximum value. I think it is 43.1 in the first sample. Okay. यहाँ पे भी 43.1 ही है. And what is the minimum value? Let me see minimum value. So minimum is 39.6. So 43.1 minus 39.6. कितना आता है range? So it is 3.5 grams. This is the range for the first sample. Are you understanding? So R1 is 3.5 and X bar is whatever is the average. Let's say average is 41. Imagine average is 41 of this and range is 3.5. So what they will do, the software will plot X bar point and then R point. Both are different, what do you say? Different graphs. Okay. एक बार करके देखते हैं आपको समझ में आएगा. Okay, let me open this. एक बार करके देखते हैं तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. Okay. How do we do that? Go to stat, control chart, variable chart for subgroups, X bar R. Everybody follow this path, please. Stat control chart, variable chart for subgroup X bar R. अच्छा, अभी जो लोग पेमेंट कर रहे हैं ना, आप अभी फिलहाल थोड़ा सा पॉज लीजिए. Just take a pause. Just complete this. It will take half an hour, and then you can make the payment. Okay. Well, I'm seeing people, two payments I have already received, but there are 2 to 3 payment failures. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Let's focus here. Don't worry. I will keep the link open till 12 p.m. so you can do it very easily. Okay. Stat control chart, variable chart for subgroup X bar R. Just click on X bar R. Here in this, just select chocolate weight in this, and subgroup size, just select sample column. That's it. Chocolate weight को select करना है and sample को यहाँ पे select करना है. Everybody with me? And just click on OK. And you will get this graph. Got it, everybody? सबको मिला ये ग्राफ? Very good. Super. Now just understand this. Let's look at this point number 1. See, this is X bar. This is X bar chart. And this is R chart. Both are different. X, that's why it is called, it's a pair chart. X bar R, both. Okay. So X bar mein, this is the first dot is average of the first 10 chocolates. And this is range of the first 10 chocolates, R1. Similarly, this one is average of the second 10 chocolates. Then this is the range of second 10 chocolates. Are you understanding? This is X3 bar. This is R3 and so on and so forth. Everybody clear? Every dot is representing the top wala jo graph hai, it is representing the average of 10 and the bottom graph is representing the range of 10 chocolates. Clear? So total 120 chocolates are there of 10, 10, 10, 10 each. Are you clear with this? Just give me yes in the chat box. Everybody clear? Any doubt in this? Now, if you see here, if you see, it is here, it is called X double bar. What is X double bar? Why it is called X double bar? Any guess? Any guesstimate? See, R bar meaning it's the average of the ranges. It is R bar. See, X bar meaning average, no? R bar also is the ranges average, okay? But what is X double bar? Why it is called X double bar? What could be the reason? Very good, very nicely answered. It is average of averages. This green line is the average line. Okay, now understand this. Every dot itself is the average of 10 chocolate, no? And the green line is average of averages. That's why it is called as X double bar. Are you understanding? Okay. So these are the only things. Otherwise, the remaining part absolutely remains the same. Okay, for example, whatever is the variation, it is called common cause variation. Okay. If anything which goes beyond, it is called special cause variation. But right now, both the charts does not show any special cause variation. So the process is a stable process. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes in chat box. Everybody clear? So whenever you have a subgroup sample, you can go for X bar R chart. Similarly, X bar S chart also is exactly similar. Okay, just go to the same path, stat, control chart, subgroups, and X bar S. Just below X bar R is X bar S. Just follow this. And the remaining process exactly remains same. Instead of range, now whenever the sample size is more than 10, the software considers standard deviation instead of range. Just select X bar S and exactly the same thing. Select chocolate weight and sample size, subgroup size में sample, say OK. And now this looks exactly similar. Can you see here? Let me just compare both those graphs. Huh? मैं एक बार दोनों भी ग्राफ्स आपको दिखा देता हूं साइड बाय साइड. दिस इज x bar r and this is x bar s. ओके, दोनों भी साइड बाय साइड में देखिए. So on the left hand side you have x bar r and on the right hand side you have x bar s. X bar remains exactly same, कोई भी फर्क नहीं है. Only thing is that instead of range we have considered standard deviation. Okay, but both are showing the stable behavior of the process. Clear? X bar or x bar s is clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. Clear है? Yes, very good. Now let me go back to the discrete control charts. Okay, now this is discrete control chart. Try to understand this. In some cases we use constant sample size. For example, let me give you example of, let's say you produce 100 pieces, out of which you have to take, let's say, 5%. So 5 pieces you have to check for the quality. Okay. Now imagine if you produce 150 or 200. Now in that case you have to check 10 pieces of the sample, right? So your sample size is variable. Understand this? According to the production number, if your sample size is changing, that is called variable sample size. There is another sample size strategy is called constant sample size. Whatever is the production, you will only check 10. That's it. That is called constant sample size. Whatever is the production, full day production, half day production, 100 production, 200 production, you will only check 10. That is called constant sample size. Are you understanding? So here, whenever you have constant sample size, you will go for C chart and NP chart according to the table. Okay. Yeah, FMCG assembly line. Very good. Correct. Variable sample size is U chart and P chart. Apart from that, there is another variable called defect and defective. What is defect and defective? Let's say, let's imagine, let's say this is a water bottle. Okay. Now in the water bottle, this is 1 unit. There could be multiple defects. Maybe cap is loose, water is contaminated, or the label is torn. Let's say there are different types of defects. Okay. In the vocabulary, we have discussed this defected, defective. Now, in your data, if you are counting the number of defects, then you will go for C chart and U chart. This one. But in your data, if you are counting the number of defective bottles, then you will go for NP chart and P chart. Initially, it seems a little complicated, but it's very simple. Clear? If you are having defect data, go for C and U. If you are having defective data, go for NP and P. That's it. Clear? Basic understanding clear hai? We'll do a practical case so that we will understand one by one. Clear? So हम लोग पहले क्या करेंगे? C chart से शुरुआत करेंगे. I'm sharing with you a C chart वाला एक फाइल शेयर करता हूं. हाँ. So I'm just sharing a C chart file with you guys. Open that C chart file and we will do the exercise of C chart right now. Okay. Once you open the file, let me know. So when do we use C chart? When the defect data is there and constant sample size is there. Okay. Yeah. Once you open it, let me know. Super. Okay. Meanwhile, the people are opening. Just have a look at. Okay. Let me also share my screen. Just understand the data first. Okay. पहले data समझ लेते हैं फटाफट. So here, there is a teacher who is checking the papers. Okay, examination paper. Now, examination paper, let's say, imagine there are 20 questions. Now, every paper will have 20 questions, yes or no? So it's a constant sample size. And there, the teacher has collected the data, how many questions are wrongly answered. Okay, that is called errors. So understand this. The complete question paper, understand this, complete question paper. And in that question paper, there are questions, the defective errors. So if there we are counting the errors, it is called actually defects. And if the entire question paper is failed, let's say that student is failed the examination, then it can be called as defective question paper. Are you understanding this? The entire question paper becomes defective. And if you are checking the number of wrong answers, those are defects. Are you clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. ये समझ में आया आपको? Are you clear with this? So entire question paper becomes defective if, yeah, listen to me very carefully. So here, if the entire question paper is considered, okay, so that would be a defective data, defective. But instead, that teacher has the data of how many wrong answers have been given. So errors. Okay, for example, the first question paper, out of 24 errors have been made. Second question paper, out of 22 errors have been made. So they are having the defect data, the error data, and not a defective data. Clear, hai? Yes? This is a defective data. So defect data. So that's why we are using the C chart. Okay, so how do we use C chart here? Very simple. Go to stat, control charts, attribute chart, and a C chart. Just follow this. Stat, control chart, attribute chart, C chart. Stat, control chart, attribute chart, C chart. Just click on that. Now, in variable, select errors and not the paper. Okay, paper is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a number. But actually, the chart will be plotted with the errors. Okay, click on errors and say OK. Here, only thing is that we need to check. We need to check whether any data points going beyond the control limits, where actually there are 3 data points which are going beyond control limits. So the process is not stable. So this particular class, the process is not stable right now because there are 3 students who have made almost 10 errors, almost failed the examination. Clear? This is called a C chart, where constant sample size and defect data is there. Okay. Got it, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. On the same line, let me share with you, if instead of defects, you have defective data. Let me share with you how defective data look like. Okay. That is called a U chart. Just open the U chart. The file has been shared with you. U chart का फाइल ओपन करिएगा, मैंने जस्ट शेयर किया आपको. ओके, so let me open the U chart as well. The name of the file is example U chart. See, all these files will be available in the hackathon folder below the recording. Okay. So the U chart is used when the defect data with variable sample size is there. That's very interesting. Okay, till the time you are opening the file, just have a look at this. So there is a 5-star hotel and this data has been collected by a quality person. Okay, yeah, now I've shared it. Okay. Now that person one day, let's say day one, understand this. His role is to inspect the rooms, okay, hotel rooms, whether they are clean, whether they are properly made, etc. Okay. So day one, he inspects 14 rooms. So the sample size is how much? 14. And out of which he found 16 defects. Okay, let's say toilet में गंदा है या फिर table गंदा है, whatever, bed is not done properly. So those are the defects they have counted. Okay. Second day, he has only checked 8 rooms. Again, sample size is varying. And out of which 16 defects are found. 12 rooms third day, 10 defects are. So different sample size and how many defects are there. In that case, we use U chart. So how do we go for it? Stat, control chart, attribute chart, and U chart. You will just follow this. Just above C chart, you will find a U chart. Okay. Super. So U chart पे click करना है. The same thing here. What you have to variable would be the defects. So double click on defects and subgroup size is room inspected. So variable is defect and subgroup size. The group size is room inspected because that is the sample. Okay. And click on OK. Wow. What is this? Everybody got this graph? Just give me yes in the chat box. Everybody got the same graph? Now see the difference between earlier control charts and this control chart. This control limits are zigzag control limits because every sample, the control limits are separately calculated. Why? I tell you. Understand this. If you inspect 10 rooms and you found 8 defects, and you inspect 15 rooms and you found 8 defects, even though 8 and 8 are constant, but the rooms inspected are different, the ratio is different. So because every data point, the ratio is different, the lines, the control lines, the control limits are calculated separately. We don't have to worry about it. I can give you the formula to calculate this, but software does it for us. Only thing we need to check, is there any red dot? Okay, for example, here you can find out a red dot, here you can find out a red dot, which shows the data is, the process is not stable process. So you have to reduce the variation and bring the process in the, clear hai? Yeah. Deveji, what do you want me to repeat? The sequence, how do you find out the U chart or the graph? Okay, understand this. Now, for example, let's look at the first dot. First dot was how many defects? Let's go back to the data. Take second ke liye, go back to the data and let's understand this. Okay. First dot is 16 defect out of 14. Okay. Understand this. So the first dot is 16 defect out of 14. Whatever is the ratio. Okay, imagine it would be, let's say 1.2. I'm just giving you a raw number. Okay. Second dot kitna hai? 16 defect out of 8. So the ratio is 2. That means 2 defect every room they are getting. So the first dot is 1.2. Second dot it is 2. Let's go back to the graph. Let me go back to the graph. Now look at this. Can you see the first dot at 1.2, around 1.2? Can you see here? Just give me yes. Second dot at 2. Can you see here? Second dot at 2. Correct? Now, why it is? Because the ratios are different. Okay. So you can see the control limit here is a little lower. Second control limit is a little higher. Understand this. Third control limit is here. Fourth control limit. Fifth control limit is here. Sixth control limit. Seventh, eighth, ninth. So every data point, the separate control limits are calculated. Why? Because the ratios are changing every data point. And there is a separate formula. It is not x bar plus minus 3 standard deviation. The formula is little different to calculate. But we don't have to worry about a formula because software is there to support us. We just have to put the data, select the right chart, and check whether any data point going beyond the control limits. Okay? Yes? So it is unstable process. Clear here? Everybody? Just give me yes. Very good. Now let me share with you NP chart. When do we use NP chart? Whenever we have constant lot size and defective data. Okay. That's where we go for NP chart. I'm just sharing NP chart quickly. It will take another 5 minutes for you to complete NP and P chart. Open the NP chart. Meanwhile, we will do NP chart first and then we will go for P chart. Okay. I'll explain you about the exam criteria, who should attend, who should not attend, everything. Okay. Once you opened it, let me know. Meanwhile, as you are opening the file, let me share my screen and explain you the data. So when do we use NP chart? When the sample size is constant and you are checking defective data. For example, here 50 samples are constant samples, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. Okay. So the first day out of 51 rejected, second day out of 51 rejected, third day out of 52 rejected, fourth day 0 rejected. Okay. So this is when you have defective product and constant sample size, you'll go for NP chart. So the same process, go to stat, control chart, attribute chart, NP chart. Okay, you will find over there attribute chart mein NP chart mil jayega. Select count data in the variable and subgroup size is sampled. Okay, clear? Count data mein variable पे डालना है, subgroup size, click on OK. That's it. Look at this. So NP chart is drawn here and there is no data point going beyond the control limit. So it is fairly a stable process. Okay, so stability check is done successfully here. So the process is stable. Aaya sabka NP chart? Everybody got the NP chart here? See, don't worry about lot of variables. We just have to, we can refer this table. Okay, don't have to remember which chart to be used when. Okay. Very good. Just have a look at P chart now. So P chart is used when defective and variable lot size. Okay. Just open P chart. Let me also open P chart. Once you opened it, let me know. Yes. So here, I'm just sharing my screen. The last chart, which is the P chart. Here you can see the serial number, sample size. Again, sample size is varying and whether the person is, how many people have failed in that. Okay. For example, the first classroom, imagine first classroom, there are 50 students and nobody failed. Second classroom, again 50 student, nobody failed. Third classroom, 60 student, 1 student failed. 70 may 0 failed, 80 may 1 failed. So how many students sample size are varying and student failed is the defective data. So go to stat, control chart, attribute chart, P chart. Okay. Click on P chart. Select variable में pass fail of column and subgroup size में sample size. Okay. And click on OK. And again, because the sample size is different, the control limits are different. Okay. Here you can see, and a lot of other previous control charts, you will see the lower control limit ending at 0 because see, your proportion cannot become below 0, cannot become negative. Understand this. It will always be a positive value. It can be 0.0000, but something which is positive, which is, you can never have a proportion which is less, right? As far as defective data is concerned, correct? That's why it stops at 0. The lowest limit stops at 0. Doesn't matter. Our basic funda is very clear. Put the data in the right chart. Check whether any data going beyond control limit. That's it. And this is what is the summary of control chart. Are you clear? Just give me yes in chat box. Control chart clear hai? Got it, everybody? Very good. Super, super. Now, so this is what is the basically the please go ahead with the doubt, Prabhakar. Go ahead. Just type your doubt. Which control chart, that also you can mention, and I will open that control and explain you. Meanwhile, any doubts for last 3 days? Okay, please put it in the chat box, right from the define phase, introduction to Lean Six Sigma phase to control phase. Any doubt you have, please let me know. And once no doubt, I will just give you the instruction about the examination. Okay. How can we edit? How to judge which place has to be selected? Okay, that's a very good question. Let me just go back to the data. Now, this is the data we have. Now I want to select. So we have selected the chart. Let's say P chart has been selected and we are clear. We see the table and we select the chart. Now, once we go to control chart and identify the P chart, we'll come to this page. Okay. Now here, which chart, which column to be put where? That's the first question. That is the question Prabhakar ji is asking. Now, variable, try to understand this. What is variable here? What do you want to plot here is how many students pass or fail. See, there are two parts. How many pass or fail, and second is the sample size. Subgroup is sample size. So it is clear that a sample size is column number. Are you clear? Let's talk about sample size. Sample size is clear. Column number 2 is sample size. Yes or no, Prabhakar ji? Correct. Now, in this case, I'll just select the sample size. Okay, so I have sample size here select kar liya. Now I will click on variable. Now I have got 3 choices. Serial number. Serial number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that cannot be a variable, right? Sample size I have already selected. So remaining is what? Pass and fail. So I will select pass and fail over here, which I will plot. So that is also one way of looking at it. Okay, so sample size ka column आप डाल दीजिए, then the remaining column you can put in variable. Okay, clear? Very good, super. Now, let me, any question you have, you can put. Meanwhile, let me just give you the instructions about the examination. First question is, who should attend the examination? Okay. Who should attend the examination? Now understand the analogy, the sequence. Let's say you attend the yellow belt session on Sunday, you take the admission. Okay, you get the LMS system, plus you get the live sessions. Let's say you continue this journey for 1 month. Within 1 month, you generally complete all the content of the green belt. So green belt is completed within 1 month. Okay, I'm just giving you one idealistic scenario. Let's say 1st of October, you have taken admission. I'm just giving you very raw example. You attended yellow belt, you passed yellow belt, you upgrade to green belt, black belt. Now your journey started. Okay, you got the LMS access, you go to course number 1 green belt, started going through the course content, taking your notes. Plus parallelly, you are attending the live session on Sunday and Monday and Saturday. Okay, yes, and you have a mentor support as well. So any doubt you are clearing with the help of the mentor. So, and this continues for 1 month. Let's say you are at 1st of November. And now we have hackathon, green belt hackathon. Now you are been through the content once. Hackathon is fast track revision of the entire course. of the main content. I have just revised. I have not taken each and every step. So I have not taken, Pareto chart. I have not taken some other parts which are there in your content. Okay. But it's a fast track revision. The main content I have emphasized more. All right. Now you are absolutely ready for the examination. Are you clear? The people who have been through the course content, and if you are gone through the hackathon examination, you are examination ready. Okay. See, if you are not ready and if you give the examination, the fear is not to fail the examination, the fear is to pass the examination. I repeat my statement. Fear is not to fail the examination, fear is to pass the examination, because the moment you are clear the examination, you will not be looking at the green belt content. And that's what exactly I don't want. I want you to go through the green belt content, then attend the hackathon and then give the examination. That should be the ideal sequence. Now, some of you just taken admission a couple of days ago or few days ago or last week. Now, and the hackathon has come. Now, shall we go ahead for the examination? Okay. The ideal answer is no, unless and until you have been through the content of green belt. Are you clear, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. Clear hai? Now, there are a few people in the room very new. They have just registered yesterday, day before. And because I have invited everybody, and everybody must attend hackathon. Tell me, all the new members, tell me this. Wasn't it a very good experience for you? You have learned a lot of things from the green belt content, yes or no? Now, once you go back to the green belt content, it will be much easier for you because we have been through this hackathon content, yes or no? Now, you don't have to go back to the green belt again, the hackathon again, because you have been through the hackathon. Just go through the content and give the exam. You can give exam on any day, Monday to Sunday, any day, Saturday, Sunday, any time. You decide your time. Okay, let's say you are in the night shift. Example I'm giving you. You are in the night shift and you have a 1 hour break in between and you want to give examination in the night shift. You can give it. We will arrange it for you. We have made it so flexible. Are you clear? So don't worry about the timing, and you can give the examination individually. You don't have to give the examination like a bulk, like in yellow belt. Yellow belt, we have 500 people, 1,000 people sitting in the room and giving the examination. But here it is absolutely one-on-one. You can give one-on-one. Okay. Now, how do we give the examination? I'll give you first. Let me give you the content of the examination. The details of the examination. Now, the green belt examination, the duration is 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay. There are 50 questions you need to answer. 50 multiple choice question, MCQs. All right. And 70% is the minimum passing criteria. Open book test. No negative marking. No negative marking meaning if you give the wrong answer, that will not deduct your score. Okay. That's a no negative marking. All right. So duration 1 hour. Once you start the examination, you have to finish in 1 hour. Okay. 50 multiple choice questions, 70% passing, open book, no negative marking. Now, if you are ready, okay, you need to just send the message to mentor WhatsApp number. That's it. Which we all know, right? Yeah. So there is a timer inbuilt in that, So if you do not submit, it will automatically get submitted. Okay. So just check out that. Make sure you have a good time. Just take a glass of water or maybe a bottle of water. Take your notes. Okay. Yeah, I'll answer one by one. And the mentor number, I believe everybody knows, right? This is the mentor's number. If you are ready, just send a message to the mentor's number and we can give you the link for the examination. All right. Now, if you fail, what will happen? You can reattempt. Okay. And for reattempt, you have to make the full payment again. I'm just kidding. You don't have to pay a single rupee for reattempt. All right. So whatever has been made, paid, it is already taken care of. And you can give multiple reattempts and it will not reflect on your certificate. Okay. We will never write that you have cleared the green belt certification after 5 attempts. So don't worry about that. All right. And I have seen only one person in our community has to give for the black belt 3 attempts. Okay. Otherwise, most of you will clear the exam in first attempt. Very few, maybe 2 or 3% will go for second attempt. Clear? So don't worry about the examination. It's an open book test. Go through the content, take your notes. Any doubt, connect with the mentor, and yeah, you will get a soft copy of it. Okay. If the soft copy, you have to take a printout in 300 GSM. Write this down. This is very important information. Thanks for asking this question, Yogesh. You can take a printout in 300 GSM A4 size certificate white paper, plain white certificate paper. Okay. You can go to any stationery shop and ask this specification 300 GSM A4 size certificate paper and get it laminated so that it is preserved for a very long time. Okay. So this way the soft copy, and we give it a very good quality soft copy so that the printout becomes very good. Okay. Now let me answer to this. First, complete a course, give the paper, पहले course complete करो फिर paper को दो. हाँ, yes. So that's the best way. First course complete करो and then attempt the examination. That's the simplest way. Okay. Clear? Any question which is unanswered? Okay, you've received the yellow belt certificate. Congratulations, Prabhakar ji. Okay. Super clear, everybody? Super clear hai? Yes. Now the people who are making the payments for the Master Black Belt is special offer. You can make the payment. This is the link once again for your reference. Okay. Yes, we can. Once you are certified, you can, what do you say? Put it on the LinkedIn profile, Naukri profile, anywhere where the public domain you can share. Put it on your status, okay, and make pura halla gulla. Let everybody know that you are a Lean Six Sigma certified yellow belt or a green belt. Okay. Yeah, sample questionnaire has been provided in the green belt content itself. Let me share with you if I have it opened right now. Okay, just give me a second. It is already there. Yeah, let me share my screen quickly. So this is the course number 1. I'm just sharing the screen. This is the course number 1. If you scroll at the bottom, you will find the sample questionnaire. Same goes with the black belt as well. Okay. Yeah, you can see here sample questionnaire. Okay. So you can find out the sample questionnaire, and there are answers also provided, below that. Okay. So you can refer that. Clear? So the people who are attempting the examination, go for it. I wish you all the very best. And now there are couple of failed payment people. Now you can make the payment and upgrade for the Master Black Belt. The link will be open till 12 p.m. Okay. Now, yes, please go ahead for the question. Just type the question if you have, and and any question you can put it in the mentor's WhatsApp number as well. We will answer there as well. All right. Go ahead. I'm just waiting for that. Meanwhile, any question, please let me know. हाँ, एमबीबी का भी सेम कंटेंट, सेम सिनेरियो रहेगा. ग्रीन बेल्ट ब्लैक बेल्ट जैसा ही एमबीबी का रहेगा. यू हैव टू गो थ्रू द कंटेंट. ओके. लाइव सेशन अटेम्प्ट करो. लाइव सेशन को देन एज ए एमबीबी यू हैव टू सी लाइव सेशन एज अ मेंटर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. हाउ आई एम कम्युनिकेटिंग that point. Okay. Which example I'm giving. All right. You can just note down the example. So when you will become the trainer, those examples you can also quote. Okay. Until you make your own examples. Okay. So initial phase में just copy my own example as it is. Copy paste करो. कुछ भी extra मत करो. Okay. Which projects you have been. So that's a very important point. Okay. Later for maybe we upgrade. I don't know what. हाँ. So आज का offer ये है कि we are absorbing the GST ना. So GST only आपको पे करना पड़ेगा 1800 रुपए. If that, and whatever is the then price, that will have to be paid. That's it. So आपका जीएसटी का 1800-2000 रुपए का फायदा हो जाएगा. That's it. Okay. Yeah. All right. So coming back to the projects. Okay. Today I can attend the exam since I've completed curriculum. Okay, fantastic, Atulji. Please send a message to the mentor's number. We will just give once the session is over, all our team members will give you the responses. Okay. But you told me first copy and then you use your own exam. Exactly. The same thing, Sandeep ji, I am also telling. First copy your mentor. Okay. Once your confidence goes to the next level, then you can give your own examples. Okay. But prepare your examples in advance. That is the main point. Coming back to the project wala question. Project is, when we take the admission, the best part is majority of your working professionals. Okay. So the idealistic scenario is doing the project in your own company. Okay. Now, let's say management is not agreeing for the projects. Then what is the second option? Second option is forget about projects, start implementing the tools. Like for example, Pareto analysis. In your company, you have a challenge, you have the customer complaints, you have quality defects, you have downtimes. Okay. Collect the data, put that in the Minitab. Okay. And put the Pareto chart. Okay. And for that, nobody, no manager and no boss will come and, restrict you to do that, right? So you can do this now when you're solving the problem, don't just solve the problem. Do it with fishbone. Do it with root cause analysis. When you are generating a solution, don't do just like that. Do it with Scamper. So this way, instead of doing the entire project, you can start using these tools. These tools are also so powerful. Okay. Adopt a culture of data management, data based approach. Okay. Whatever decision you have to take, always remember, do it with the data. Without data, no decision. So these kinds of, if you start adopting and document these kinds of small steps, okay, that will also be sufficient. You can showcase it during the interview. All right. Second example is, if your company does not allow, what option do you have? Let's say, for example, your friend has a business. Where you stay, there are small businesses. Okay, there is a small industrial park. Okay, you can just go around and you can knock the door and tell them that I'm Lean Six Sigma certified person. I would like to help you. Don't charge in the initial phases. Solve their problem, solve their downtime problem, solve their sales problem, solve their attrition problem with using the DMAC framework. Nobody will say no to you. Okay, that will give you confidence as well as, yeah. See, we are doing projects for our clients. Understand this. Okay, that is the B2B business, right? Now, and the challenge what we have, understand is, let's say I'm doing a project in Bangalore, in pharma company, example. Okay, we are doing certain projects in Gujarat, certain projects in Bangalore, certain projects in, in UP and Madhya Pradesh. So in India, there are a lot of projects going on. Now, clients' budgets are very tight. Okay, so let's say our consultant travels, let's say from Mumbai to Bangalore. There is a flight cost associated, there is a travel cost associated, right? So now, even if I want people, let's say, to come along, that is not possible. Second is, you are also employed somewhere, so you cannot do these kind of stuff when you are employed somewhere, right? So that will not be ethical. Plus, see, our generally the consulting assignments happen to the weekdays where you will be working somewhere in your job, right? So this is also constraint. See, a lot of companies give you a simulation data as a project, but that is not effective unless until you soil your hands in the real data, a real project. Okay, that's where the real experience comes. You have to interact with the real people, real problem. Then only simulated project में आज अभी दे सकता हूँ आपको. That will not give you the confidence. Case studies अभी हमारे पास है. That will give you idea, but once you do it, that will be the value added. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for connecting. I wish you all the very best for the people who are attempting the exam today. Okay. Congratulations for the people who have upgraded for the Master Black Belt. Okay. You will receive all the details of upgradation today itself. Okay. Thank you very much for joining in. All the very best. Keep learning, keep growing. We will connect again tomorrow at 7 p.m. Remember, tomorrow, day after, we don't have the live session. Tomorrow we have 2 sessions. Okay. Super. Yeah. Deveji, just send a message on the mentor number and we'll share that. Okay. Neeraj ji, you also can share the message. Okay. We'll share that. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.